Hi people, Maiwa Oloide here again, your social media partner in progress is here again. I hope you've been putting God first in everything. So today we'll be talking about living by excellence. Now, to live by excellence means that you have made a deliberate action to eventually win in this life by excellence. But there are processes. You see this, the space, someone says the space between a point and another point is usually a straight line. Now, the point between where you are and where you want to be, one of those lines will have to be excellence. Now, what excellence is a deliberate action to not just work hard, but work smart. It's also the quality of being outstanding and being extremely good. To win a medal at the Olympics, you have to be extremely good. The reason why we know Serena Williams today is because she's outstanding. The reason why Michael Jordan will ring a bell in the ears of a lot of people is because in his heydays, he was outstanding. And the reason why you eventually, okay, now we know LeBron James, but the reason why we'll get to know you in your future is because from now, you have started putting in the effort to be outstanding. And it was said about LeBron James in his early stages of his career. I was listening to Miles Monroe. He said when they went on break, I think for some hours or for some weeks, LeBron James and his team stayed back to continue practicing, and that those were in his early days. And so you think about him now that he's a success. LeBron James is a basketballer, for those that don't know. So you would think now that he's a success and maybe he did it overnight. No. He started playing basketball from as early as high school. And there's a movie about him. I watched a movie about himself and his team and the coach that led them to that success. So you could just watch it if you want. You also have to be open to change. And one of the enemies of excellence is the good. The good is always the enemy of the great. When you are used to something, when you have created a status quo, and that status quo has worked over the years, you need to challenge yourself to ask, is there a better way to do this? Which is why we say, don't just work hard, work smart. Ask yourself, is there a better way to do this? People that created the mobile phones, or the Swiss companies, the reason why they became extinct, Switzerland was known for the best, wristwatches back in the day. But just like Nokia, when the digital technology came, they refused, and somebody sold the technology to another company. And if you know now, the Asian giants have taken over manufacturing in the world, and most companies go to Asia to manufacture because they don't just work hard. They work smart and they research, and they have always put themselves ahead. So how can you in your life put yourself ahead? Don't just follow the rules. Be open to change. Like I said, I was reading John Maxwell's book, Developing the Leader Within You. He said Henry Ford, as at that time, the Model T was like the favorite car in America, and for those that could afford cars, probably in Europe, the Model T was a black car. You can Google it. And that when one of his associates came and introduced a colored version of the Model T, he refused. Then he sold the idea to General Motors. And up till today, General Motors is the largest producer and seller of vehicles in the US. And Ford Motors comes second because the visionary, even though he started well, was not willing to change. Now, how can you develop excellence? You need to build on your relationships. You need to build on your delivery. You need to build on your performance. Now, I would talk about those ones in another video. But here, I'll just talk about why it's important for you to develop your relationships with an excellent attitude. I was listening to Carla Harris. She's the vice president and managing director at Morgan Stanley. She spoke about developing sponsors at work, and that you have to build your relationship currency and your performance currency. And which is why I said, number one, how to build excellence, and deliver by excellence is relationships currency. And what is your relationship currency? The value that you put into people. I cannot emphasize enough. You need to be a win-win person. You need to love people genuinely. You need to be open to negotiations. You can disagree and not take it personally. The fact that I don't agree with you on a particular matter does not mean that I'm attacking you as a person. I just don't agree with your opinion, but it doesn't mean I dislike you or I undervalue you or I underestimate you or your abilities as a person. So today I will stop here on the quality and the importance of being excellent. In my next video, I'll discuss the how in terms of relationships, in terms of delivery, in terms of performance, in everything you do. Put God first. Determine to be excellent. It will be difficult, like I said in my last video. And people ask you why, like Orwell and Wilbur Wright. Why are you trying so hard? It's impossible. But when you do and you become successful, those same people will come to celebrate with you. Then I'll speak to you in my next video. Have a great life. Bye.